Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So today I wanted to just do a bit of a stretchy morning thing because I find that when I wake up I tend to be like super stiff and uncomfortable and just like not happy. And so today I figured I would just do a little kind of stretchy thing and show you guys what I do when I need to just move my body. And yeah, feel free to do it with me if you want to. If not, you can just watch it and do it later, whatever it is. But there's no excuse to not stretching, especially when your body just is telling you that it needs it. So yeah, just gonna get down to it. My dog's kind of in the way, but we're gonna work around it and we'll just see how it goes. So I'm just gonna start ahead in an easy seated position and just kind of let my body rest. Just taking a moment just to breathe in and breathe out. As he licks my finger, I'm going to place my hands to the side and inhale, one arm over and stretch towards the right. Breathing in, then breathing out. And then stretching the opposite direction, inhaling the opposite arm up and reaching over, pressing through the fingers and looking towards the ceiling. And then I'll come back through center. Taking my hands to my knees, I'm going to place one hand on the opposite knee and sit behind me. Inhaling my heart nice and high, stretching. As I twist from the belly button, I might look to the side or I might look all the way around, depending on what my neck is saying and telling me today. And then I'll come back through center, place my right hand on left knee, inhale my heart up, and exhale, twisting to the side. Making sure that all of this is coming from my abdominal region rather than forcing a twist. Taking my neck to my chin to my chest, breathing in and breathing out. And then I'll look up, breathing in and breathing out, looking back down. Starting to look to the side just to find a little bit of movement. I might roll my shoulder out to see if there's a little bit more space here, and then I'll look the opposite direction and roll my shoulder out. Breathing in and breathing out. Alright, go Bubba. Inhaling the arms up nice and high, and then I'll bring them down through center. So I'm going to do this just a few times. Bringing some blood into the body, getting some energy to happen. Now you can continually go up, but I like to also kind of fold forward and then bring my hands back through center. So inhaling and exhaling forward. And then I will come back up. Oh, starting to feel a little bit more movement and warm, so I'll move my wrists out. You can kind of do wrists whichever way you would like. You can go like this. I find that this is really kind of comfortable for me. Ooh, I hear the pops. Hi. Yeah. And then I like to kind of press my hands together, my palms opposite of each other, and then this is one of those things that it can be uncomfortable for quite a few people. You might be here, you might be here, you might be all the way touching, but just depends. But it's really good to work out your wrists, especially if you're gonna be on your hands on that day. Pressing them together, feeling nice and strong, chest high, breathing in and breathing out. So I like to do kind of this kind of movement every day. I'll take my hands together and I'll interlace them, and then I will press them up towards the ceiling. Breathing in and breathing out. And then I'll swipe them behind me and press my heart forward. Breathing in to find that space, and then I'll exhale, forward folding, and inhaling back through center. That's just a little fun thing to do. Coming into a staff position. Staff is really kind of difficult for me in the morning, but I like to do it anyways. So just bringing my feet out in front, gonna kind of inhale my heart up and start to reach towards my feet. But if my knees are bent, that's okay. It is early. And then I'll take my right leg in, and I don't actually cross over. A lot of times people cross over, but in the morning, it's just, I don't feel like crossing over, so I'll just hold it here. Breathing into it, and then I'll breathe out, releasing my shoulders, and then I'll switch sides, bringing in my left leg and holding it there, lifting up tall, breathing in, and then I breathe out. Alright, switching onto my hands and my knees, just doing a little bit of cat and cow. So placing my hands underneath my shoulders and knees underneath my hips. Just gonna kind of twist my hips side to side for a moment to find movement, easy movement in my hips. And then I'll find a neutral position and inhale the heart up. And then I'll exhale, belly button to spine, inhaling the heart up. And exhale, belly button to spine. So you can't really see that with my shirt, but I'll show you. So we're feeling nice and strong, core engaged, inhaling the heart up, and exhale, belly button reaches towards the ceiling, and then inhaling up. So you can do this a few times at your own pace, whatever feels good to you. And then whenever I feel good, I'll move into a child's pose position. So my knees out, my toes in, and I'll start to let my heels touch my hips and press your hands forward. You can have your head flat down, and you can even roll it side to side on the bed, but if that doesn't feel good, that's okay. If you want to, you can have your hands and knees closer and arms out in front. Arms to your side. Oh, it's morning. And then I'll lift back up, feeling a lot better. Just gonna take a moment here and do some spinal twists, because I find that in the morning I really need some movement in my hips. So I'll move into this bridge position, placing my hands on the bed, and then I'll inhale my hips up nice and high, feeling strong and engaged in the thighs, in the hips, everywhere, pressing down through my feet. And then I'll lift my right leg and put it on my left knee. I'll lower my hips, and I'll just bring my body close to my legs as I can. If that's, out here in the morning, that's okay. If it's here, that's great too, but just depends on the day. So I'll rock side to side. You may fall over since you're on a bed, but it's okay. It's a soft surface. And after I've done this, placing my left leg down, arms to a T, I'll roll over to my left side and just let my hips relax. Taking a moment here to breathe. I can look towards the opposite direction of my knees, or I can just stay in a neutral position with my neck. Whatever is feeling good to me at that time in the day. Breathing in, I'll come back to center, undo my leg, lift my hips once again, lifting the left leg this time, placing the left foot on the right knee, lowering my hips down. I'll take a little side to side motion in the hips. I can really feel it deep down in my hips, and sometimes moving side to side is not for me. Sometimes I just need that stillness. So listen to your body. And then go ahead and lower to your right side with your foot. And I like to let my leg drop just a bit because it really makes my hip feel a lot more comfortable. It's up here, it's kind of stiff. So I'll lower it down. Placing my arms to a T once again. I'll look in the opposite direction of my knees. Breathing in. And breathing out. Releasing tension in my spine, my lower back, and my hips. Trying to let go of anything that does not serve me right now. So I'm definitely holding in my hips. So I'm just trying to tell myself to not. Whenever ready, inhaling back through center, undoing my legs, and then I like to come into knees to my body and sway side to side, just holding them together. You can hold underneath your underneath your knees, and just kind of let your feet roll out, whatever feels good to you today. Just breathing, noticing how the body's feeling from when I first started stretching to now. And then since it is morning, I don't need to move into a relaxed state necessarily. I've just been sleeping, so I'm going to roll my body to one side, taking a moment to breathe, and noticing how relaxed I am compared to earlier. I'll start to lift back up, and I'll move into an easy seated position just to finish off. I'll stay here for a moment, breathing in and breathing out, letting my shoulders relax down. And then I'll bring my hands to heart center. And I'll just say thank you to myself. And I think saying thank you to yourself is just something that we don't normally do. So it's good. Saying thank you and giving a little bit of gratitude throughout the day is just a little something that we need here and there. And by saying thank you and like acknowledging that your body needed something, that's the best thing you could possibly do. And it just shows that you're becoming a little bit more mindful and aware of how the body's feeling. So yeah, here is just a little morning stretchy, and nothing too fancy, but it's just a little something that I do in the morning just to kind of get me going and wake me up and just to make me feel better. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you want to see more videos like this, like and subscribe and hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!